Hello. Hello. Happy Friday. How's it going, everybody? Sketchy, Yag, Virtue, JB, Fanny. Thank you for the hydrate. Yag, thank you for the 5 stream streak. That's a lot. That's too much. Take a break. Okay. Uh Going to pick up exactly where I left off yesterday. Just gonna keep moving forward with quests. I'm afraid these quests might not be like meaningful or interesting if I just brute force through them, but hey, that's what V1 is for. It's like that thing on Twitter. Make it exist first. Make it better later. So let's make it exist. Where's my Miro board? Here it is. Okay, so I'm right now adding this one. Mandatory. 5 stream streak, Fanny. Take a break. Thank you. All right. The fountain. Fountain funk. So I feel like I need to come up with like a better way to write these. Like this is a conversation on like this is a conversation between you and Carlos that is about this quest. But this quest is more than just conversation. It's like how you get it and how many steps there are. So I need like a I try doing it a little bit here. Like first you get a letter, then you get the quest starts, and then you do these things, and then the quest ends. Like that's I tried doing it like this, but these were too complicated. I maybe not. Maybe I just have these boxes and the color of the box is what it is. So, okay. So I already have color coded stuff here. A letter is like blue. And I don't know. I can come up with something. Def Icarus, thank you for the follow. How are you? Welcome in. Anyway, how's everyone doing? I'll never stop. It's fine. I can't control the things you do. You do what you want to do. Is everyone well? Go back to your own stream. Are you live right now, Icarus? Jeremier, how's it going? Got my Steamworks verification today. Going to be working on this Steam page this weekend. Nice. Very cool. Congrats. Congrats. That stuff's really annoying to do. Excuse me. I'm not going to worry so much about that kind of stuff right now. So let's just worry about what this conversation is going to be. So this is after you get the letter. You're going to Carlos, and he's like, I got to fix the fountain. Glad you're here. Sorry for asking so many favors. I just don't know who else to bother. I just don't know who else to bother. My daughter is too busy with school. So you're the next best thing. I'm sure you might have noticed that the fountain in town square is pretty gross. Not sure what all that green, but not sure what all that green is. And I'm having trouble finding time to step away from the store to check it out. Can you please take a few photographs of it? Can you please take a few photographs of it for me? So I am assuming you've already done a few other quests that are not required to get to this point that give you the photograph or give you the camera. I'm gonna see if I can figure that out. Ani, how's it going? Thank you for the hydrate. I want to say thank you because you pushed me to get that page up. I'm glad I did it because we're going to be cutting it close to making next bucks. Thank me? What did I do? I didn't do shiz. Don't blame me for your Steam page going up. I can't take that kind of responsibility. Can you please take a few photographs of me? A few photographs of it for me. Maybe I can tell what's wrong with it. We'll see. I put burritos in the air fryer, so I'm gonna be AFK while I eat, watching from across the room. Burrito. I had a burrito for lunch. Chicken burrito tabemashita. Burrito in the air fryer. That sounds good. Sounds like it'll get nice and crispy. Pepper jack cheese, nice. Sounds good. Enjoy your burrito. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you to take photographs of this thing because I can. Because it is a mechanic that I can do, so why not? That means I need to make an environmental photographable thing. Photo. Photo ENV spot. Here we go. Photo ENV spot. This one's going to be called the broken. It's going to be called the green fountain. Sure. Green fountain. Thank you, Ani. Now, how do I use this? How do I use this? I think I need to just grab it from the other scene because I don't remember. The other scene was the timber thicket scene. One-timers? Nah. Quest listeners? Nah. Company decorations? Photo felled redwood. It's just a box collider and a photographable. Wow. Okay. I should make a prefab out of this. Let's make a prefab out of this. Kovalaki, good day. How's it going? Nice tune, yeah. Always. Always with the Killicatoons. Being nice. Is it a utility prefab? Sure. It's going to be a photo spot. I don't know. And then we need to bring it into town. You know what? Actually, this should, let me copy this and set it to null. And then paste. So it's an override there. And then photo spot, we can, whoa. I haven't restarted this computer in a long time. It's crackling. So let's bring in a photo spot here. I can't see. There it is. How about we do this? And then we do 25. Okay. So I need to make this now the ENV spot is the green fountain. And this thing should only show up when this quest is active, and that's it. The only time this should ever show up is if this quest is active. Well, if a certain entry of this quest is active. So bring Carlos 10 gravel. No, we're going to add one more to that. So add new quest entry. Bring Carlos 10 gravel is the third entry. Hey, buddy. No. No. It's just always chewing that rug. I'd recommend, if you don't already have one, a rubber ducky for your desktop. I have one under my monitor. Highly recommend. What do you mean? I got you. You're my rubber ducky. But you talk back, which is weird. Quack. Exactly. Photograph the EM6, EM5 fountain in EM2, 3 town square. To quote, no, I will not be responsible for your rubber ducking. Listen, whether you say anything or not, you're all my rubber ducks. Because if I wasn't on stream right now, I'd probably still be talking to myself a little bit, but not as much. Doggy! Doggy, no. Leave it. Leave it. No. I know it's hard. Do you all know how hard it is to not chew the rug? It's almost impossible. For initiative, how's it going? Bring Carlos some gravel and pictures of Shrek's bathwater. Pretty much. He went to the other side to chew the other side of the rug. Oh. He's kind of cute today though. He's not like super violent. He's just gentle. Buddy. Leave it, buddy. I only started talking aloud to myself when the problem gets really tough, and then I get pretty vocal. Yeah, yeah, that happened. Yeah, I think the same. The tougher the problem, the more thinking required is the more I'm talking to myself. All right, is EM5 photographs? EM5 is photographs. Nailed it. Okay, so now I've got photograph the fountain in Times Square, in Town Square. Okay. So I want this to only show up when thunk. I only want this to show up when I don't have a place for this yet. Uh Basically I want a quest listener. Quest indicator update on start. Nah. I want a Yeah, I do want a quest listener. Quest state listener, that's what I want. Okay, so if oh, but it needs to be in a group. Okay. Queen V, how's it going? Hello, yes. We make a game here. Welcome in. I'm working on this game. It's been 5 years. Some say I'll never finish. Some. But I promise I will finish one day. Dramir, what kind of games do you like to play? What is your game of choice? I've been really enjoying quick I've been enjoying quick indie games again. I feel like I had a phase in my life where I was only playing indie games because I was a hipster. And then I shifted and like, you know what? I'm kind of like exhausted on indie games. I'm gonna go back to just playing AAA games. And then now I'm exhausted on AAA games. I'm back to indie games. But I've never stopped playing like Nintendo games. Every Nintendo game I always play because I don't know, they're just good. They're just freaking good. All right, I need a quest state listener here. And I'm listening for Fountain Funk. And I'm listening for not its state. I'm listening for its entry. So if it's entry number 1, or if entry number 2 is active, then I want to unhide this thing. Yo, Ab. I mean, the credit's nice. I'm guessing that's why you're in Japan. Not really. Uh, I only moved to Japan about a year and a half ago. Um, I won't totally say for funsies. It was like a goal, a life goal for my wife and I to live abroad somewhere. So that's why we're here. And Japan is just an absolutely wonderful place. Okay, if quest entry number 2 is active, we turn it on. If quest entry number 2 is unassigned or a success, I have to add it separate. Then, you know what? I think it's confusing. If you take the photo, you can take another one forever and the quest doesn't update. So I might have to I might have to hide it after you photograph it, or I need another entry. You know what? Let me just play it and see how it feels. Games are a great escape from reality. So being from the Middle East, naturally I choose to play Dune. That is escaping to where? The desolate desert. It's even more desolate in Dune. No category today? Really? What did I do? That's weird. Are all my tags gone too? No. Yeah, I don't know why sometimes that just goes away. Every few weeks that goes away. It's very strange. Reminds you of Animal Crossing? Yeah. It's a little bit Animal Crossing, a little bit Stardew Valley, a little bit The Sims, a little bit Harvest Moon, a little bit everything in there. I can't honestly say I have a genre. I love all good games, to be honest. Since I started dev on my game, I haven't played much lately. My current go-to game when I need a break is Project Zomboid, or if I want to do multiplayer, I go for Phasmophobia. Well, you are you seems like you lean toward darker things, darker mature content. There's a thing. Green fountain is its own object, no? It gets replaced by a non-green one. Can you add a bool to the green one to update the quest goal? Uh, what do you mean? Well, so I was thinking, so you take the photo of the fountain. Should I make the quest go like, success, return to Carlos? Or should I hide the photographable object so that you can't photograph it again? So that's how you know you took it, because you can't do it again. Or should I just like do nothing and you have the photo? I guess the thing is you don't know you have the photo if you don't get like if something doesn't happen, you know? You'll get like a successful photo taken notification, but if the quest doesn't update, you might be confused. You need the feedback from the player. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. I just needed someone to tell me to do it. I knew I had to. I don't wanna. All right, I need another. I need another return, another field in here. Show Carlos the photo. I don't have. Do I have a photograph event listener? I don't think I do. Photograph. Ooh, I don't have a photograph event listener. Let me make one. I love making event listeners. It's my favorite thing. I realize I've definitely found like an architecture, a coding architecture that I like. And it's just when anything happens, you make an event listener and then you can respond to it. It's beautiful. Where are all my listeners? Events. No, these are different. Yo, Hypnotic, how's it going? I always look at actions taken by the player as having at least two forms of feedback, so visual and audio, even UI button clicks. Yeah. The thing is, I'll definitely have an audio and a visual confirming you took the photo. But I think it's good. I think it would be good to tell the player to like also go do, you did it. Go do the next thing. Hypnotic, would you go swimming in this fountain? 3 things I loved about Unity. Using scriptable objects, delegates, and events. Super powerful. Yeah. Same. You would swim in it? You're brave. You're braver than me. Steven. Hey, GPT-5, make me a wholesome Innkeeper-Sim with a stinky fountain mission. Get the heck out of here. You get the heck out of here. So I heard today that the big AI data center in Memphis, I think it's the Grok data center in Memphis, is Memphis, Tennessee, for those that don't know, is driving up the price of water and power by like double for everyone in Memphis. It's just using so much power and so much water that the whole city is suffering from increased prices. That bothers me. That bothers me a lot. Yeah, absolutely. The next task item is important too because you know what's happening, but the player might miss it. Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right, dog. Uh, I need to make a listener. Where the hell are my listeners? Am I in my scripts folder? Yes. AI causing things to be worse. Yeah. I can't believe that about the AI water power consumption, just on how much my GPU screams when I do AI image generation. Oh yeah, you can believe that, yeah. Run in browser. Oh my god, listener. I'm just gonna search for one. Listeners, here we go. So I'm gonna grab my simplest one, male event listener. Great. Photo event listener. Hey GPT-5, tell me how to make my water cheaper. Yo, Erend. Maybe we'll get lucky and the AI rush will push more emphasis on finding green energy. I think what happened was the whole reason Elon Musk inserted himself into the government was to deregulate so that he can do whatever he wants with his AI. Uh, these are bleak times. These are bleak times. So we want to listen for photograph, photo event. Wait, what's a photography event? Photograph? Do I not have photograph events? Camera minigame event. Camera minigame event. Okay. That's what you want to call it. Wait, do I have a camera minigame event listener? Camera minigame? No. There is some bleak going around, yeah. Getting dangerously close to political talk. Can we stay in dev stuff? This is my safe space. Dramir, thank you for course correcting me. We shall not be talking about political things. We shall continue talking about video games because this is what this is for. Take take GPT out of my pot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. Bad streamer. Automech, how's it going? Let's change the subject real quick. Bear with me as I change the subject really slowly. Do you guys remember? Do you remember the first indie game you ever played? Do you remember the moment where you're like, what is this game that wasn't made by Sony or Nintendo that I am playing? Hmm. I made a horror game about witches and incels got mad that I said man bad treat women evil in 1800s. Listen, that's political. 1800s political. Or people like me have the memory of a goldfish. That's, yeah, there's going to be a lot of that. I think I totally need to tell people to go. Yeah. Too far back. All the first games I played were indie. I guess I'm saying when indie games came back around, I feel like, yeah, games were made by like tiny companies by one or two people when they first came around. And then companies blew up but there was always like a stronghold on the console game. Single developers couldn't make console games anymore. Just that stuff went away until like PS3. I feel like until PS3 came out and then indie games were back. I guess there were always like indie PC games. I feel like the first indie game I ever played was like Flower or was yeah, Flower was way before Journey. I think that was it. And then I was like, wow, this is incredible. Oh, an everyday shooter. Everyday shooter. I freaking loved that game. And it was made by one person. That person streams on Twitch. Did you know that? I stumbled into their stream uh, and I thought what they were making was so cool. And then I read their profile and it was like, I made everyday shooter. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I had a geek out moment. I geeked out. I guess I played a lot of indie games because of Flash games, and I didn't think anything of it. I think the first indie game I bought might have been Super Meat Boy. Hmm. Yeah, that's a super original one. Long time ago. I think Stardew is the first game I knew was indie when I was playing it. Also, hi, good morning. I heart, good morning. Also, I missed that. Or rather, they came out of magazines where you had to type out the code yourself. I remember games on like DOS. You wouldn't be able to play them unless you'd have to like open up the manual and go to page 17 and find the first word on the page, and that's how you got to play the game. That was the best. First indie game. I mean, it depends on what specific year you count because I've always been tracking them. And no, whatever. First indie game youth. I mean, you already said like the first games you were playing, were indie to you. Anyone in chat want to come travel the world and make video games with me? You live rent free. Just got to feed yourself. Steven, you're recruiting. There were a ton of indie DOS games I would have played before I even understood the concept, though. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, when did you first realize you were playing an indie game and not like a big box game? My true beginnings of understanding indie games was on Newgrounds. Tom Fulp and Dan Paladin making Alien Hominid was huge. I went to GameStop and bought a GameCube copy. I've never heard of that. I like to buy a Newgrounds thing IRL. Wait, I would like to buy a Newgrounds thing IRL was insane. That sounds insane. Let's go. I can also get your plane ticket. If I didn't have a dog, Steven. All right. So, this is annoying. This is annoying. Let me power through this. Camera, minigame, event. Camera, minigame, event. Camera, minigame, event. Camera, minigame, event. Uh, so So what do I even want? Like when a photo is taken? Photo, public pool. Actually, I think I want that. A Unity Bool event. On photo taken. So this is now E. If event type equals camera minigame event type dot photographs updated. New photograph taken. Here we go. New photograph taken. Public photograph. Delayed start. No delayed start for now. Actually, yes. Yes. Delayed start. So I'll look. Check on start. So I want to see if this photograph is the one that we're tracking. So if E dot photo, crap. E dot photographs dot contains, please be a list. Yes. Photograph. If E dot photographs contains the photograph, that means we just took the photograph we're tracking. So on photo taken dot invoke true. Or, ooh, wait, should I do a Unity event bool or should I do if true or false? I should, public Unity event bool on photo not taken. Else. Whatever, I'll just do both. Not even kidding. I long for that bohemian artist in a burgeoning medium lifestyle. It is romantic. I get it. I get it. It's super romantic. I want that too. I think I might be too much of a hobbit for an actual adventure. It's weird to think about because I was born just early enough to pretty much see nearly every game franchise born as an indie game. The first game that really impressed me was Ultima Online because it was the first MMO and the internet was so young. It was an amazing thing to play a game with people around the world. Yeah, I think that did things to my brain playing MMOs as too young of a kid. It was like, oh, I don't need real life. This is way better. I'm talking to people and I'm hitting things with swords and there's an economy in it was me with EverQuest. And I got addicted to it. It was really bad. Hey, you moved a long way out from the Shire, didn't you? It's true. From one Shire to another. All right, so if we've just taken this photo, then we on photo taken true. If we check on start to see if we have this photo, so we don't want to check for is male on red. Wow, it's actually this. Thank God I copied this event listener. It's literally the same. Camera minigame. No, photo system? Photo system dot instance dot is photo taken. Is photo taken? I pass in photograph. Public void check photo taken. Check photo taken. Okay. Dragon Spirit Games, how's it going? Good morning. It's been a hot minute since I watched your stream. How you doing? Yeah, welcome back. It's been good. Doing the same old stuff. Just plowing forward. I'm in a festival right now, and it's nice. Yeah, it's nice to get wish lists again. If I can just share real quick a little victory. So this is how it's just been the past 3 months. And then this was from the Bite Me Games YouTube video. So I got like 28, 19. I got like 70 from the Bite Me Games YouTube video, which is awesome. But then here's a little festival that I'm in. East Asia Indie Game Festival. So got about 100 from this so far. 45, 30, 14. This was the first like few hours of it. Maybe 90. So that's cool. Makes me happy. Total, I'm at 9,730. 9,730. Light Yarn, good morning. How's it going? If I felt I had enough knowledge on how to do that, it sounds like an amazing time. 2 of my favorite things involved, travel and video game dev. Yeah, if you put eating in there. So if you did cover food costs, I'd be there. One of my core memories is 1997. I was on a chat service called IRC. I know what how IRC is. And this guy in Paris said Princess Diana just died. I went and told my parents, and it hit the news just hours later. That was when I understood how powerful the internet would eventually be. Dramier, that's pretty cool. Not that Princess Diana died, but that whole like the whole concept of the news traveling hours faster on the internet in a random IRC channel than on television. This year, I visited the actual tunnel in Paris. It was surreal to think some 30 plus years ago, I talked to some guy who was there. It really drove home the distance and everything. Damn. I got rescue time, detailed app usage tracking, and saw I only worked on my game for less than 2 hours yesterday. Steven, there's nothing wrong with that. I only get 2 hours a day. I think I has 200 or something. Have you been working on it, posting it? How's Guy going? Mostly just need to get more coding skills in general. I'm slowly getting there. Only just really gotten started in the last month. Oh yeah, no you wouldn't. Dog, wife, rent. You're locked down. I'm the most not lockdown person you can be. Of course, it's the wife stopping me from being an international. No, I don't know. I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have a wife. Okay, I can now check to see if we have this photo taken. That was not so bad. So game object. So quest state listener. Uh, if this quest is active, then I also want the photograph photo event listener. So this will hide this. So paste, oops, copy, paste, paste. We hide the photo spot if this quest is not active. And then wait, photo event listener. Why is it called unread mail? On unread mail boolean, on unread mail times. Do I have an error that's not? Oh, whoops. Too slow for my feeling. But then again, I have about 2 hours a week to work on it. Yeah, that's hard. When you only have 2 hours a week, that's really hard. I think I average probably 70 to 80 hours a week on dev, less the last few weeks because I've been dealing with business side of it and such. That's a good chunk of hours. I think I do 10. I think I get 10 hours a week. Okay, so on photo taken. Let's move this up. Oh, Jesus, Steven. Steven. Doesn't matter how much time you average, you just keep going. Yeah. So if we've just taken this photo and oh, you know what? I think I want to put it on this because this is going to be hidden most of the time. So I'll just keep it here for ease of use. So once we take the fountain. Once we take the fountain photo, I don't want to check on start. We only want to do this once, so you only take the photo once. Oh, wait. What do I need to do? I want to set a quest, so once you've taken the photo, I want to hide this. No, I don't need to hide this. Once you've taken this photo, I need to set a quest. Quest setter, quest setter. Quest setters. We'll say folder. This is Fountain Funk. Just move this into there. Fountain Funk. Entry number 2 is a success. And then we want entry number 3 active. Photo spot. So we need 2 of these. We want to make entry number 2 success. Entry number 3 active. But hot damn, I just sleep so much better when I get the time in. Yeah, same. If I don't feel like I've been productive enough, I struggle hard to sleep. I struggle to sleep when I'm like in the middle of solving something really difficult. I get good sleep. Yeah, I do get good sleep when I make progress. Actually, you know what? I get good sleep all the time. I sleep like a log. Fountain Funk. Photograph this thing. Success. Fountain Funk. Show Carlos. Active. Okay. Quest state setter. Set quest entry field. Quest state setter. Quest set entry field. Okay. So when you take the photo, it's going to set this entry to be success. Oh, you know what's going to happen? This is going to fire. This is going to listen for it, and it's going to hide it before this gets to fire, I think. Let's just test it. Let's see. Let's see if this works. Fountain photo spot. Let's see if this works. I really don't know, actually. I think the better term would be golden handcuffs. Also, I literally just drain all my mental energy and just knock the F out. Okay, I've got a camera. We go to the fountain. The fountain is horrifying. I cannot take a photograph of it. If I set the Fountain Funk quest to be reset, add all quests. Fountain Funk main set to active. Visit Carlos set to success. Photograph the fountain set to active. Boom. Photograph the fountain in town square. Now I can photograph the fountain. Take the photograph. New photo. Excellent. Green fountain. It did not do the thing. I did get a high. High. Why did I get this high? Looks like I got 2 photos of it. That's not good. Why did I get 2? Spawn? Oh, that's just the panel. Okay. I have days where my mental capacity just isn't there. That's usually when I do the more mundane stuff, like organize, document, etc. It can be that, but also be a reminder of the fact that saying yes to things in life necessarily means saying no to other things, which is 100% unavoidable. I had to explain this to a friend who wanted to game. I told him my game wasn't going to make itself, and I had to choose between fun or dev. Now I have no friends and almost a game. I do feel like I made that decision at some point where it's like, I have my family, I have my wife, I have my job, I have my dog, I have my game, and you just can't do everything well. You can't do everything well, and I've definitely focused my cone of vision to just be stuff very local to me, which is my wife, my game, and my dog. And unfortunately, I think my friends and my family I've dropped the ball on. And it's been hard. Nobody's perfect. That's why I wish I had a friend doing this with, because working with other people is not only a production boost, but an energy morale boost. Yeah, I agree. That day that we hung out in that like shared workspace and just like worked on our stuff and chatted. I like that. That was fun. Jim, how's it going? He may have just reminded me why my friends never reach out. The brown crown, yeah, the brown fountain crest. It's green now. I learned to just keep touching base with them, making sure they knew I was working on my dream, and it wasn't that I didn't want to hang. The good ones will be there when it's done. The rest, well, shrug. That's true too. Just out of curiosity, during play, lower that camera height to eye level. Let's see what it's running. You want to see what it looks like? So I could do this, but if I lower it to eye level, it looks like this. Like this? You want to see this? It doesn't follow the player when I'm in this camera mode, but the game's definitely not designed to be seen from down here. I'm not making a horizon. I will not. I repeat, I refuse to design a horizon. No, it doesn't follow. I think if I go into the camera, the player camera controls, I could say the max, the X min is like 10. I think I could do that. There we go. I can do this. Does this make you feel better? Do you like this? I do like this, actually. I do like this. No, further from the player, longer lens doesn't work. If I do zoom in 5 and then lens min 70. It looks like the lens doesn't do anything. Weird. But then look what happens when you walk into a house. I don't want to have to handle every collision of the camera for every object in the game. Horizon, that's what fog is for. No. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. You're already doing culling for interiors? No. I mean, I do culling for trees. That's it. So I do that. But not everything in the game can have this material. This material cannot be on everything. I don't think it would run. Listen. It's nice. It's definitely nice, but it's just a technical limitation of what I can handle right now. I can't make this game. But yeah, this looks nice. This looks nice. That's a cool shot. There's just so many issues. Like, look at that. Oh, I should be walking. I should have a shot where I'm walking across this bridge and all these lights start turning on. It's because you like Wes Anderson movies. This is a Wes Anderson movie. Conrad, how's it going? If I do this, if I do this, I would take away this. It's one or the other. Either I have left-right rotation or I have or being able to see the horizon. I can't have both. Yeah, I'm doing quests. Stephen Scott Day requested me to see the camera like this. I don't have a horizon. I don't have like a designed horizon, which works, so I can't do this right now. And I don't have I don't have a good sky shader. It's just doesn't work. The sign in the foreground. Oh, like the population sign. This is cinematic. It's not like gameplay friendly. It's just cinematic. It sells the vibes, but I can't. The game can't play like that. Yeah, you're distracting me. It's like kind of working, Dramir. The distraction and convincing me to change the camera. It's kind of working. That does look good. There's like value in that. Like look at Animal Crossing. It does what I'd love to do. And the way they deal with the horizon is they literally roll off the geo behind, like they just roll everything off. They turn the world into this like cylinder. And and it works. I can't do that. I can't do that. I want people to have the feelings and vibes of being in this place. Yes, and I'm sure I said that. It's baloney. That's what all games are. All games want you to feel the vibes of their setting. I'm a fraud. It's a scam. Do what I did. Add a setting where you can toggle a cinematic mode. Mine is called trailer mode, and it turns off the UI elements, crosshairs, etc., so I can do screenshots. I should have a toggle for that. I mean, I do, but I should have a toggle that doesn't break the game and debug mode only. That view slaps because it's unique and not everyone's doing it. It's true. Okay, where was I? The the photography event listener wasn't working. Why? Why wasn't it working? Let me just get this to work and we could we can test more stuff later. Set quest entry. So let me just make sure these are right. We're setting Fountain Funk to success. Yeah. Let's listen. Let's see if this thing actually listens for what I want. Print. Something happened. Let's see what happened. My game is a first-person camera, and I still have a third-person camera toggle for doing visuals if I need it. There's no harm in having options. But first person and third person are interchangeable. You don't need to design extra. The only extra you need to do is have a player. You need to have your player visible or not visible. So that's the difference. For me, having to design full horizon with beautiful sky and or not having to do that is such a big difference. Like that's a massive amount of artistic debt that I'll be in if I now need to create a horizon for every zone. Turgus, how the hell are you? Hope you're feeling better. Make the whole sky a pizza and call it a day. Sorry for side quest. Thank you for that. No, thanks for making me look at that. Because it makes me think. It does make me think. I have a 2D platformer with a dynamic camera that zooms out when you run in and when you don't do anything. But that's like you're designing a little extra to compensate. That's not the same as art directing a new view. That's just making more. Like I'd have to art direct what a horizon looks like. And yeah, I would then have to look into a better dynamic sky, better clouds, a better distance fall off like a fog. I'd have to actually make geometry out there and add a whole bunch more set design. Like the set design alone, I can spend days on each zone. It's not in the budget right now. Maybe later. Maybe when I polish, it's like, all right, let me add this and see if it works. What's another 5 years of dev? You got something better to do? I think it would take me 3 months. I think it would take me 3 months to do all of what I just said. To develop what it looks like and to populate that to every zone and every future zone that I haven't made yet. I think 2 to 3 months sounds right. All right, so let's see. Why didn't this work? Let's try it again. See if those print statements actually print. What if Steven was helping with background LODs? No, still no. Because also like the way my terrain works, like my terrain is like these generic cliffs. Do I populate the background with these like blocky cliffs? Do I make actual terrain that's just super low res and I don't adhere to this like grid workflow? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so it's asking me for a photograph. We already have this quest. New photograph taken. New photograph taken. Look at that. Check. Photographs. Okay, so this is working. Photographs contains. This photograph was taken. It wasn't this photograph. Cozy stylized weather. Let's see. I've seen this before. I've seen this before. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Looks like Firewatch. I've always considered like whether or not I should buy this, and my feelings are that this is purely fog, sky, and lighting. Fog, sky, and lighting, right? and I already have lighting, and I never see the sky or the horizon, so I don't need fog. And I always say, okay, I don't need this. It's beautiful, but I don't need it. $25 is a steal. Even $50 would be a steal. Yeah. I have no qualms buying an asset like that and using it. If I ever do decide to drop the camera, I would consider buying that. Uh, sorry. No, you're not being annoying. You're totally good. Listen, you're standing up for what you believe in and you're offering good criticism. Like, we talked about this yesterday. That's really hard to get. I'm very happy for you to do it. That goes for anyone. If you have strong feelings about what I'm doing, you let me know. I'm trying to make a good game here. I'm not trying to like win popularity contests. I'm just trying to make a good game. That is engagement, scandal, drama. Yeah. Also, for the gram, yo. Everything for the gram. We have to feed the gram. I didn't know my dog is curled up in the legs of the chair right now. I gotta take a photo. It's cute. That's cute. I didn't know he was doing that. He's so cute now. When he's not barking and biting me? Gosh. What about a dime or a nick? Don't always gotta be a G. Always be a G. I don't know about Booyah, but I can always welcome back seating because I'm an indie developer. It can often create nice insights, and I still get to choose to either use it or ignore it. Yeah. It's nice when the rubber duck talks back. Is listen, if any streamers out there are nervous about streaming, just imagine everyone is a rubber duck. Everyone is in their rubber duck suit, and you can squish them and they squeak. Just don't take baths with them. TOS. You really must love Twitch audiences then. Yeah. People don't get too aggressive here. There's been a couple times when someone was like really pushing me to do something, not being suggestive, just being like, you should do this. You got to do this. And that only happened like once. And I remember it happening and I was just like politely ignoring them. Politely? Is that a word? I welcome it as well. I just got on my own case. Def can end up being a little too persistent. I'm glad you feel comfortable here. Honestly, I don't think you were knocking on that door. Maybe you were knocking. That's fine. Maybe the door was open a little bit and you stuck your head in. But that's also fine. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm missing something. There's something missing here. Photographs. Photo system. Dot trigger. Sound effects event. Camera minigame. Yeah, new photograph taken. I need a list of all the photographs taken and why isn't this in the list? So um photograph event print for each photograph photo in e dot photographs print photo. Okay, let's see what it is. See what's going on here. Something weird's going on. But booyah, the customer is always right. Steven's not a customer. He would never play this game. He only plays the finals. As long as people understand that not everything can actually be usable, it is fine. Yeah. I really enjoy the company that you all give me. There's really nobody that stands out to me as like, oh, this person again. Oh, what is with these suggestions? I don't get any of that. All right. So green fountain. Photo ENV green fountain. This photograph was taken. Okay. That means it's invoking. You know what? We don't need the bool thing. So using Unity engine dot events. These are now Unity events. And none of this true false baloney. And that's that. The finals is an amazing game and deserves more attention. I'm sure it does. Okay, maybe I walked in, poured myself a glass of milk, and put a picture of my dead father in your bedside picture frame. What the fuck? While I was sleeping? You did this while I was sleeping, so when I wake up and I open my eyes, I was like, who is that? Why is there a photo of someone's open casket on my end table? Give you a little kiss in the head and let myself out. I guess I get a little annoyed with people making suggestions when they clearly have no understanding of development. Like those people who view a single player game and say, you should add multiplayer, just like it's a checkbox. That's the first question I always get. Is this multiplayer? Is this multiplayer? And it's a fair question. Like I'm not saying it's a dumb question. It's just I always get it, and I always have to be like, nah, it's not. I'm sorry. This photograph was taken. Okay. Then why is this not invoking? What is going on here? Am I crazy? Am I a crazy person? Am I unwell at the moment? Set quest entry field. Success. Is this not like number 2? Oh, wait, there's a condition. No. No. There's conditions because I duplicated it from something else that had conditions. Everything was working this whole time. Photo. Update. Task updated. Fountain Funk. Show Carlos the photo. So stupid. Oh, wait. I wanted to see if it hit itself. What condition are you suffering? I'm suffering from the wrong conditions. I've had someone once in my chat that clearly knew a ton of tutorials that wanted me to make every variable public. I pointed the guy to my video about why you should keep your variables private as much as possible. Let's just make everything a global public. Yeah, make everything a const. Make all your variables const. We need more single player. There's plenty of multiplayer games out there. I agree. I'm not allowed to do PR for my game. I just don't have enough patience. It's hard to do that. All right, so task updated, Fountain Funk. Can I take a photo now? I can't. I can't take another photo. Okay, perfect. Your variable's what? Excuse me? Is this Australia? The children. Const. Steven. All right. That's cool. Now what? That worked. Let's continue the quest. Continue the quest. We're almost done with adding this quest. I need another conversation. And let's write the other conversation. Glad you're here. Maybe I can tell what's wrong with it. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Wait. Oh my. Oh, I want to put a massive crack in it. Do you see what I see? No? Yeah. Sure. Hey, everybody, how's it going? Thank you for the hydrate. Let's just do const global public singleton instances. Then you don't have to worry about references. I agree. Crack? What crack? Yeah, there's going to be a crack in it. Oh my, do you see what I see? No? Sure. That's my boy. No, he's not going to say that's my boy. That a boy. Look, stop being italicized. Look. Look at this massive crack. In Ireland, they say, what's the crack? To ask what's fun, what's to do. I'm familiar with that. I'm pretty sure Irish John says that all the time. Big shout out to Irish John Games. I heard Rise of Piracy is coming to early access soon. And by soon, I mean sometime between now and the next 40 years. But I did hear it somewhere. We need to catch more of his streams. His game looks great. Yeah, definitely, definitely catch his streams. He is pro level. Look at that massive crack. I'm going to need to redo the foundation. Gonna need to redo the foundation and you need to redo the foundation and someone who's good at construction. If there's a crack in concrete, how do you fix it? And other things. And other fixy things. Sorry, my construction vocabulary is more do than say. No, it's terrible. It's really bad dialogue. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna need to redo the foundation. Dragon Spirit, thank you for the posture check. My posture is so bad. I can't move my chair though, so I need to shift everything closer to me. The game looks absolutely amazing indeed. His streams are hot. Oh, are a hoot. I thought you were saying hot. Like in oh my god, I forgot the Ben Stiller movie. What's the Ben Stiller movie where he's a male model? Oh my god. Zoolander. Oh my, how did I forget that? I got hot streams. No, you got hoot streams. There it is. That Hansel's so hot right now. Yeah, it's exactly how I read that in my mind and out loud. I was thinking to do a hot tub stream, but you lack the hot tub. You could just sit there in your bathing suit. I saw Nurkmine do a bathtub stream once. He did a bathtub stream and played Ocarina of Time. I think he did a speed run of Ocarina of Time in a bathtub. But why male models? iHeart, was that another quote? Or are you asking why male models? No, definitely don't do a hot tub stream. Not genius, Dramier. Look at the massive crack. I'm gonna need to redo the foundation. Can you bring me 10 gravel? No, I had the dilemma yesterday. Can you bring me some gravel? Bring me some gravel so I can fix that up. Okay. My apartment does have hot tub jacuzzis, and I've been hitting the gym for a few months now. So, you have a hot tub jacuzzi in the apartment or in the building that you have access to? It's a quote and a coolness test. I don't remember the exact quote. An American flag banana hammock? No. No, 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 no. Don't do that. That's TOS. An infinity pool, that's cool. It's a business expense. Uh I I have not I don't think I've written off anything I do on Twitch as a business expense, even though the money goes to my business. I will stick to always sunny quotes. That's best here. I couldn't even remember the name Zoolander. It's pathetic. All right, let's put in the conversations. So I need this here. Create child node. So this one is going to be if quest Fountain Funk is active and quest entry Fountain Funk visit Carlos is active. So this is if you just got the letter. And he says, glad you're here. Actually, glad you're here. The reason why he says is because you approach him and you don't have to talk about this. So if you initiate this conversation and he says, glad you're here, you've been talking to him this whole time. It doesn't make so much sense. But if I add the I don't know, it feels like it makes a little more sense. Sorry for asking for so many favors. Create child node. My daughter is too busy with school, so you're the next best thing. I'm sure you might have noticed the fountain in town square. I'm sure you might have noticed the town. I'm sure you might have noticed by now. No. I'm sure you have noticed that the fountain in the town square is looking pretty gross. Great child. Great child. Great child. Swap. Okay, yes, it's much faster if I create all the children first. Can you please take a few photographs? Can you please take a few photographs of it for me? Maybe I can tell what's wrong with it. What is it about my dialogue that is so hard to read? Is it because I don't know how to read, or is it I'm a terrible writer? Which is it? uh, I mean, being real, it would just be a stream of me passed out in bliss in a hot tub with a laptop precariously perched on the side for like 6 hours. 6 hours in a hot tub, you will be very dehydrated. I would have to have a big ass screen sitting on the opposite side of the tub, and then just a wireless keyboard and mouse to do the deving on a platform high enough to not get wet. Just get a waterproof keyboard and mouse. Waterproof keyboard. They have to, right? They don't have to, but maybe it'd be nice. You can probably put your keyboard in a Ziploc bag. Like in a giant. Get one of those mini keyboards, those mini wireless Bluetooth keyboards, and put it in a biggest Ziploc bag you can get. So not only will it'll float and it won't get wet. And then you'll just have to press through the bubbling Ziploc. Probably you can also tape it up in a clear bag with forbidden salts. Wait, forbidden salts. Have a 10-gallon can of Wait, what is that? Desiccant? Don't need salt. It's for 3D printing filaments. No, you're getting too real now. Fantasy is over. You killed the fantasy. There's even silicone keyboards that you can roll up fully waterproof. Well, there you go. Surely by now you've noticed. Surely you've noticed by now. Yeah, surely. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Surely you've noticed by now that the fountain in town square is looking pretty gross. From what I remember from writing stuff, doing dialogues which are nice to read in mind for person and nice to actually say are not that compatible, and nailing both is hard. Usually dialogues in books are not that natural when you speak them, but are good and nice when you read them. I think that's what I'm doing. I think I'm writing it such that it's what someone would say, but it's not. Yeah, but it just doesn't read well. And since I'm not a writer, I don't know what reads well. I only know what is spoken well. Or maybe I don't even know that because my vocabulary is terrible. It's cute watching Booyah catch up. I try. Can you drink Guinness on stream if you peel the labels off? I think you can drink alcohol on stream. I think you just can't get like belligerently drunk, and you can't like talk about it too much. But I think you're allowed to sip something. I've had like I think I had wine on stream a couple times back when before I moved here. Yo, Nix, welcome in. How's it going? Everyone, shout out to Nix. Kill guy. I always drink beer on stream. There you go. Nix, how was your stream today? I sometimes write short movies and direct them, by the way. And it is always the hardest to write natural dialogue because people always tend to say things slightly different. Yeah, I'm noticing it's just difficult. Not sure what all that green water is, but I don't have time to step away from the store. Can you check it out? What did I say? Not sure what all that green is. I'm having trouble finding the time to step away from the store to check it out. Wait, yeah. Yeah, that's terrible grammar. Why did I put a comma there? Not sure what all that green is, but I'm having trouble finding the time to step away from the store. What did you say? Yeah. I just won't even ask. I won't even ask the checking out part. Just like, hey, can you just take some photos? My project no longer has beans. Why not? What happened to your beans? If there was a category for drinking on Twitch, then I would start streaming. Kindo Grek, welcome in. Except for the player. The player is still a bean. Oh, you mean like bean-shaped things. I get it. Do you have anything you want to share today? Seems like things are making progress. Seems like we can probably see things moving around. I love prosy dialogue in film, or at least when people like the Coen brothers or Martin McDonagh do it. Yeah, I don't even know how to write. I don't know how to write. I don't know how to categorize writing. I'm just terrible. Reason, cause, call to action. Dramir, stop giving me rules that are good. I found a character model to use instead. I also made them skinny so they could fit through the door. Nice. Yeah, I had issues with the size of my characters. I've had to play with the proportions a lot. Skinny is always better. Skinny characters need to fit through things. Chunky characters that I don't know, they like intersect with the world too much. This doesn't look good. All right, so this is all good. This is all good. So I need to set the. So yeah, sorry, Raiders, welcome in. If you don't know who I am, my name is Andrew. I'm working on a cozy life sim Innkeeper-Sim called Alpine Lake, and I'm making quests today. I'm gonna be making quests for a long, long time. So this is now a success, and then photograph is active. Apply. So if number 2 is active, photograph is active, we want to say just like a, hey, did you get those photos yet? Let me know when you've photographed. Wait, maybe if you don't have a camera yet, he says something too. Because he might not have the camera yet. Kilika, also, I did not greet you properly when you said the beer thing because it was right in the middle of a raid. But Kilika, how are you? This is it, right? You're done with work? Or is today your last day? Today's your last day of work where you have to do your big handoff. Meshes clipping through the world is the bane of my existence in 3D. Yeah, it's canceled for no. Uh, Steven, you're gonna get me in trouble. If I'm gonna get canceled, it's because you're calling it out. Is that dialogue system purchased asset? Yes. Yes, it's Pixel Crusher's dialogue system. It's fantastic. It's always on sale on the asset store. Um, you can usually wait a couple. If it's not on sale, just wait a couple of weeks. It'll go on sale. I added overlap detection today, so when placing things, you can't just mush them together. Nice. Kinda Greg, thank you for the follow. Good thing I work in 2D. 2D's got its own problems. And a day-night cycle. Yeah, you're getting a lot done. Medieval Fantasy Shop Simulator. It seems like you're getting a lot done. Yeah, everyone, make sure to give Nix a follow. Check out his Fantasy Shop Simulator. It's coming together super fast. Start with nothing but the building and the table. Gather materials, craft them into better things. Every item you gather or craft can be put out for sale. Nice. Nice, good stuff. All right, so if this is active, let me know when you have those photos. Create child node. If you don't have a camera, I heard Jeff might have one. There's a few things you got to do. If you don't have the camera by now, I'd be super shocked. It's like 2 quests in to get the camera. This Fountain Funk is like 10 quests in. So if you don't have the camera, I still need to make sure you get the camera. And if you go talk to Jeff, you don't just get the camera. You have to do a couple of quests first. So this is a little complicated. Maybe I just put like some kind of block on this quest if you don't have a camera yet. Not sure yet. Anyway, that's if this is active. And then create child node. If 3 is active, these conditions are so clean. If 3 is active, we say a whole bunch of stuff. We say this stuff. 1, 2. Choice. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Choice. 3. 4, 5. Can you make it so if the player does not have a camera, it will not let him interact, or say something like requirements camera? Well, I never really do like that kind of bleached game stuff. I would rather come up with something part of the narrative to make you go do it. Once I finish this, I'll figure that out. Once I finish inputting all this dialogue. Yeah, I got to do something though. Fountain Funk always reminds me of Botanic Panic, which makes me think, Booyah, you left off the same part. Wait, which makes me think, Booyah, you left off on the same part of Cuphead as I did. We should do a stream where we play 2-player and beat it together. You can play 2 players in that? I didn't even know. Please tell me that that was a mistake. I would like to see this. The game. No. 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 Good luck with the game. Thank you. What if the player hasn't played in a while and doesn't remember what they're doing? Yeah, I'll make sure that there's a way, there's a very clear path to getting the camera. I just need to figure out, I need to remind myself what you need to do to get the camera. There's a solve in there. I would not like to see this just gross. Don't turn this into a degen stream. I'm very manipulatable. I am just a reflection of the average of all of you. I am nobody. I want to do like a frowny face. Should I put emojis in my dialogue? I call being Mugman? No. No. Steven, no. Thank God we're in ads. Thank God. I have a way to trigger animations. I forget how though. How do I do it? Mr. Zombie. How's it going? How do I trigger animations? Ah, forget it. I'm not going to do it. Forget it. Kilika, enjoy your final day of work. All right, I need one more conversation. What happens when you get all the concrete or the gravel? I'm like fatigued from thinking about what these characters would say. Gotta hop up too. 0 hours logged today. Get in there. Thank you. Let's just be really simple. This is perfect. This should do it. Thanks again for the help. All right. So now when condition 4 is active, apply. Oh wait, I also need to change the quest here. So script. We need to complete 3. Success. And we need to activate 4. Okay. All right, he says this should do it. Thanks again for the help. And then create child node. Continue. Success. Success. Perfect. All right, so now this quest is complete and we get a reward, right? Of course you get a reward. Every quest needs to give you a reward. Did I have a list? Did I start making a list of where I need to give rewards? No, this is a duplicating thing. Add a bench. I did that already. Add an event that tells the player they missed the meeting and check their mailbox for a recap. I kind of added that. Save season value. So main menu changes to the season. Meh. All right. Yeah, I don't know what the reward is here. What did I give last time? Splintered buns. I gave like a recipe for an end table or something. Oh, look at that. It's empty. End table. What should I give here? Give gift. Give transaction. And what can I make? Maybe a rug? No. Let's see. A table small? Yeah, maybe you can make a table now. If you don't already have it, check out Omni Search for Obsidian. Really helps for finding things quickly when you have a thick vault. Is that a find all kind of thing? Isn't there a search? You can search here. Or is it just like a fancy search? All right, I think this was very clean. This quest was very clean. You just go, do the thing, come back, go, do the thing, come back. Here's a reward. Hopefully they're all this clean. Although, I think the cleaner the quest is, the more bleached it feels. And you do need to break it up with like different kinds of tasks. One thing I noticed when like playing The Witcher 3 is that the quests, they always felt deeper than they were. When you take a bird's eye view to them and blur the details, it's always like go here and like kill a monster, go here to talk to person. It was never that complicated. But they were really successful in making you feel the narrative depth of it. I don't know why. I don't know why The Witcher 3 was so good. I don't know. It was just so good at that. And I say The Witcher 3 specifically because when I played it, I remember thinking to myself, I'm like, why does everything feel so unique and good and new? Even though it's just fetch quests and kill quests. Like, it wasn't that new. It just felt new. It's a more powerful version of search. It is extremely handy for finding that one note that you don't know where you stuck, but you remember a few words of it. I use it all the time to find those kinds of things. Those kinds of small lines and notes, because I have a bad habit of sticking random notes in places. I kind of have the same bad habit. All right, I'm going to start this quest over from the beginning. That means I need to go to watches. I need to go to Fountain Funk. I need to go to unassigned. Visit Carlos, unassigned. Main state, unassigned. And I need to go to Fountain Funk. The letter. And I need to send it. Try sending with conditions. Okay. Carlos, those benches look great out there. Swing by soon. I've got another favor to ask. Perfect. Let's go do the whole quest. Oh, whoops. I forgot to add the dialogue. I forgot to add the dialogue prompt for you to be able to talk about the quest. One more thing. Basic. Carlos. Start. Splintered buns. Copy. Paste. Paste, paste, paste. This one's called. This one's called. What's this one called? Fountain Funk. There we go. And this goes to another conversation. Goes to basic Carlos quests. It goes to Fountain Funk. Okay, we're out of music. What time is it? It's been 2 hours. Dog is being very good. Wow. Why is he being so good? Also, how does this know when to light up? I forget. This knows when to light up. Wait, go to the conversation. Is it this? Highlight. That's right. Wait a minute. Yeah. How do I do the highlight? I forget. I put it here in the title? Oh, highlight means that, like, that's what you got to do next. That's right. Okay. So, title, highlight. I don't highlight this because this option is like, it doesn't mean it's continuing the quest. This one continues the quest. So, highlight. Highlight. Okay, cool. That should do it. Looks like that's a state tree and waterfall configuration. Is that a coding term? What does that mean? I mean, I know what state tree is, but waterfall configuration? I don't know. I don't know what that is. All right, let's try this again. Also, nobody asked, but I want to show the photo. Wait. What the dog was doing. It's not syncing. All right, when it syncs. It's kind of flow that chatbots use typically. Waterfall means it progresses down through the choices in order. Then yeah, I guess that's what it does. Unassigned. 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 Okay. And then I don't know why this letter's here already, but whatever. Is that a problem actually? Why is that letter already there? Fountain Funk. The conditions of sending this are Splintered Buns is a success. Is it? Is it a success? It is. Okay. All right, then that's normal stuff. So Fountain Funk, visit Carlos. All right. Let's do the thing. Let's go through it. Carlos, Fountain Funk, highlighted. Glad you're here. Sorry for asking so many favors. I just don't know who else I can bother. My daughter is too busy with school, so you're the next best thing. Surely you've noticed by now that the fountain in the town square is looking pretty gross. Not sure what all that green is, but I'm having trouble finding time to step away from the store, even though he's not in the store right now. Can you please take a few photographs of it for me? Maybe I can tell what's wrong with it. All right. Let me take a photo of it. Funk. Task updated. Fountain Funk. Show Carlos the photo. Fountain Funk. Oh my. Do you see what I see? No. Look, there's a massive crack. I'm gonna need to redo the foundation. Can you bring me gravel so I can fix that up? Bring Carlos 10 gravel. I need gravel. Oh, wait. I don't even need the gravel. I just do the check if gravel's active. This should do it, yeah. Okay, so I need to check for gravel. Duh. So here, this is if this is active and custom get quantity main inventory resource gravel is greater than or equal to 10. And if it is, we need to take away your gravel. So script custom remove item main inventory, inventory resource gravel 10. Apply. Great. And create child. This happens if it is less than 10. Cool. And then he should say, what? Dialogue text. Gravel EM1 gravel can be made from putting stone through the EM1 grinder. There we go. So now I teach you how to make gravel. How heavy Final Fantasy VII flashbacks with that background music? Perfect. I guess I should take gravel out of his store. Like, why would he sell gravel and want you to give him gravel? All right. It's 5:17. This quest is almost complete. The dog is being so good that I want to reward him by ending stream and not getting to the point where he has to beg me to end stream. To get the gravel supply started, maybe he's temporarily ran out. Yeah. Could do that. These little touches, so many little touches. I'm gonna have to come back and do round 2 where I add stuff like that. I'm just trying to like bash through all this first. Is that it? So if this is active and we have less than 10, if this is active and we have more than 10, those are the only two outcomes. That's it. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? I said, oh, I was gonna come back and do the camera thing. Okay. The dog is giving you the chance to stream longer. He wants you to. Nah, he's like chewing the chair now a little bit. He's like gnawing at it. So I'm gonna raid out and take him for a walk. Let's see, where should we go today? Where should we go today? Can I head off to sleep? Always a pleasure. Thanks for the stream. Dramir, no problem. Have a great night. Jim, thank you for the honk. Do I have that in my stream title? I should put that. It's hard to find raid targets when the person you're trying to check out has pre-roll ads. Buddy, leave it. Leave it, buddy. Should we find someone new? Should we just browse the category for a second? See if there's anybody new? We got that person. That person. Oh god, what is that? This looks interesting. Oh, that's not English. I'll keep it to English. Okay, now the dog's getting impatient. Dog, I'm trying to read out. Here's someone in Unity. Who is this person? JB. Thanks everyone for hanging. Let's go visit this person. I think Jitspo just raided them, so let's follow Jitspo. Is that the right spelling? Logo? Yeah. Okay, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Made some progress today, which is good. Let's do some credits. It's kind of quiet today. Got a raid and follow. New followers. Thank you for joining. Def Icarus. Kind Ogrek. Nix, thank you for the raid. Everyone, take care. Have a good weekend. It's Friday. No stream this weekend. Probably. Jim, take it easy. Void. Eileen. JB. Dragon Spirit. Dramir. Steven. Kilika. Zombie. Everyone else that hung out today. Really appreciate it. And thank you for all the suggestions as always. Conrad. Take it easy. I'll be back on Monday. And I will continue to do quests. I might find some time this weekend to do work because I know what I'm going to work on, and I think I have a couple of hours free. So who knows how far I'll get. Let's go raid this person, Waffers. I don't know who they are. I'm just following Jitspo, so fingers crossed. All right, take it easy, everyone. Peace. Virtue.